watching inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Lions who are in possession of the football. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A 40-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
Right there.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. On the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. They go play action with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this 1st half. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
You see me? You
and the
see
Lions
me?
quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Here we go. Check it back. Check it back.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's second down. Second down at 5.
5 yards to go.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his left. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson right back to Pitts again. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he'll buy some time right. Looking for the end zone. And oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Out to his left. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. John Harbaugh thought about it. Now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4 yards remain for second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Back to throw.
Watch one. I'm here all day.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll try and throw for it for Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is caught.
Let's go.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
So the challenge there is...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
All day, every day.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Quick completion here to Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Ravens.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Lions on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Oh, that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Watch one. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Swift again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and goal to go.
Back to throw here. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still not big. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they retain their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it, but yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 14 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now it's Jackson, steps away. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Illegal touching. Illegal offense.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They'll score that a 36-yard run, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this one is incomplete.
Yeah, baby! Yeah.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the 1st half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They were winning at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the 1st half, it gets ugly in the 2nd half. They've come out.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Why are we doing this?
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion